Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out.
All right, man. Cincinnati Bengals released Andy Dalton. They got Joe Burrows. Andy Dalton said he was open to being a backup, but he had a big contract that I think the majority of the guaranteed money was already paid out. Joe Burrows also said that he had the playbook for about a month or some change, so the writing was already on the wall. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. But I think Andy Dalton better than he giving credit for. Cincinnati is just one of those organizations that can make a great player, a good player look terrible. And I think Andy Dalton probably going to catch on somewhere else and probably take a starting quarterback job once a quarterback get injured or fall off or not have a good season. So I think Andy Dalton is a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think Cincinnati is putting things around him for him to be successful. And he got a bad representation from being there. You know, a terrible franchise like Cincinnati, how Mike Brown is running it, it can make a great player look bad. You know, for many years, Corey Dillon was one of the top running backs in the league and got overlooked because he played for the sorry-ass Bengals. You know, he was getting yards in games that didn't mean nothing because they was getting their ass whooped, and he never made it to the playoffs. Eventually, he went to New England and ended his career, and he trucked them to a Super Bowl victory, man. So, I think Andy Dalton in a system that's like, New Orleans, if they would have waited for him, Pittsburgh, that'd be a good fit for him. New England would be a good fit for him. I think in the right system, he could be a good quarterback. I just think he got a bad rep fucking with Mike Brown and the Bengals. For many years, Mike Brown is cheap. And NFL need to do something about owners that truly don't want to win or truly ain't putting their best foot forward. Because Cincinnati got some great fans and they fill up that stadium. Just like Cleveland, just like Detroit. And they need to kind of look into, like, if you ain't won no playoff game in 20 years, you should have to be forced to get reviewed to see if you have to sell your team. They should put that in the motherfucking contract. If you ain't won a playoff game in 20 years, you under review to sell your team. You go on probation. If you don't make it in the next 2 to 5 years, well, you got to sell your team because you're not doing enough to win. But will Andy Dalton get a job before Cam Newton? Absolutely. Andy Dalton is they're gonna probably say a fresher player, didn't have the injuries, not predicated on moving, don't have the foot injuries and all the injuries Cam had. People saying, well, Cam is a former MVP and this, that, and the third. Cam is an MVP off the strength of he passed really good that year, didn't have the best weapons throughout his career in Carolina. But Cam was a great player because his ability to run between the tackles, his ability to break the pocket and run with power. That ability is over. You got a broken down Cam Newton who probably need to take some time off from football to think about, should he continue to carry on like Andrew Luck? He may need to retire. He just don't have his mobility. Cam is an inaccurate passer from the pocket. All his balls go high. He hasn't matured as a pocket passer. And quite frankly, Andy Dalton is probably a better player at this point than Cam Newton. Not saying Cam wasn't better than Andy Dalton years before that, previous years. It's just that Andy is a better football player right now. He's a fresher football player. He don't have an injury history. He's a pocket passer. Now, if you tell me Cam is 100% healthy, I'd take Cam Newton. But just shows you again, all these dudes like Lamar Jackson running around and, these dudes like Deshaun Watson taking unnecessary blows. You looking at your future in Cam Newton if you don't learn how to sit in the pocket, you don't know how to slide, run out of bounds like Russell Wilson, you're going to be beat down. The game, Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks or consistent winning quarterbacks play the game from the pocket. And if Lamar don't learn how to play the game from the pocket, he continue to carry the ball as many times he did last year, he's going to be a goner. Andrew Luck showed you running over linebackers like Cam Newton, they're going to be goners. So you got to learn to play the game from the pocket. And if you're going to run, you got to learn not to take the abuse and win and where to run and get down on the field. So, of course, Andy Dalton going to have a job before Cam Newton. It ain't that because Cam is black and Andy is white. No, Andy is a better, fresher football player than Cam Newton right now. And don't be surprised if you don't see him, go out to Pittsburgh, which I thought was a great fit for Cam Newton. Or don't be surprised if New England don't want to pick him up. So You know, you might look at situations where a quarterback might go down in camp and Andy or Cam will get a chance. But right now, I ain't mad at them for picking Andy Dalton over Cam Newton. Cam Newton is probably need to retire. He too fucking beat up. His foot, his ass, his leg, his neck, it's all type of injuries. You know, he could work out all he want to. You know, it's over. If he ain't healthy, it's over. If he ain't proving his accuracy, he ain't gonna sit in the pocket. It's over. It's over. He got to do things different, but I anticipate Andy Dalton will be signed before him. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. I'll link a source in the description. If you want to check out the story one time for one time, we go.